Cellos. Welcome back, ladies and gents. It's the Critic Corp. I am Toke, and as you know, fresh out of the motherfucking theaters here. Just got done witnessing the film Thunderbolts, and I will say, they did a thing. They did their thug dizzle with this one. This may be the turnaround that Marvel has been needing, I would say. A new era, in a sense, because they, spoiler alert, they did make them be considered as the new Avengers, the Thunderbolts. It was just, yeah, bro, this film was fucking lit. It was a banger, man. They really took a bold dive into like trauma, healing, redemption. They even like poked fun at the little political side of things, with all the corruption and manipulation and controlling that was just going on amongst this movie. It just really, the message I got from it was proof that so-called defective loser or disposable delinquent as Yelena and Red Guardian and Taskmaster, which they fucking killed off right away. That was kind of annoying, but at the same time, I didn't mind it because I didn't like how they delivered Taskmaster, just like from the get-go, and Ant-Man. But we're not here to talk about that. But yeah, all of them considered deemed bad people can rise above their past and become, a hero that no one ever expected them to be. And it was just very, very heartwarming and emotional at times too. Like this film was dark and just real. Like nobody had superpowers. So it was real, like human like things happening in this film. And that is what I feel like Marvel has missed for so long. Getting back to the nitty gritty of characters and their characteristics, and that's what they really showed us in this film, Thunderbolts, that they could still do. Now, I will say it was just one thing I did not like, and that was them not showing too much of Sentry on the screen or the Void, which is understandable. But just that whole plot giving of Bob the emotional support that he needs in order to defeat the Void and the whole situation was a bit lame for me. I was low-key touched, though. I was low-key touched by it. It was genuinely, moving. And I never thought a Marvel movie could give me that kind of, feeling and message again. But yeah, that part alone was just Sentry, and the whole plot of defeating him just didn't sit right with me. I love the Void, though. I love the Void's design. I'm glad they didn't just throw some fucking black paint on this man. It actually looked like a shadow. And it was just the deliverance of this whole film, and everyone in it, as far as casting and pacing and all that, was A1. It was A1. I just wish they did a bit more with Sentry and his plot. So with that, I'll give it a 8 out of 10. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. And another spoiler alert. Fucking yeah. I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna do it. Fantastic Four shows up at the end. As some type of like space threat, and they just leave it at that. I'm just like confused because I could have swore that with the Fantastic Four, the timeline they're in is not the same timeline that Yelena, Bucky, and all of them are in. But who knows, man? They're gonna try and probably tie this shit in with the little multiverse BS again. Oh God, I'm glad we got a breather from that too as well. This movie did not sprinkle any fucking hint of multiverse type of bullshit like at all. That was the I think that was like what made this film really a film of its own for Marvel, if you would say, because it had nothing to do with the multiverse. Had nothing to do with like any threat from previous Avengers movies and stuff like that. And it didn't try to tie into anything. It was its own film. And that's what us as MCU fans felt like all these other movies were trying to do and came up short. Trying to tie it into multiversal shit and came up short. But this one, nothing about it, and look what happened. Greatness. Gold. Pure art. Like, this shit was fire, bro. I'm just really curious though to see how they're gonna tie that in. Cause I could have swore they were like the Fantastic Four that they're demonstrating to us is gonna be set back in like the 1950s or 60s or some dumb shit, but I don't know. That part I'm is just as clueless as you guys. So we shall see. We shall motherfucking see. And also, I just want to give a shout out to fucking Florence Pugh, bro. She stole the show. Man, that woman. Oh, she's a beaut. She's a beaut. On screen, off screen. And every time she was on that camera, she stole the goddamn show. So, yeah, kudos to her, man. Oh, my. Yeah. I pray and hope they don't kill her off or some BS like that. And fucking Red Guardian's a clown. I love his character, man. Red Guardian's a fool, bro. I'm just happy that I'm like very, very relieved that they didn't let the comedy in this film like try to overdo it. Like they did in Thor's Love and Thunder, because that would have just butchered it for me and I wouldn't even enjoyed the film. But it was just the right amount of humor, a right amount of emotional sadness, happiness. And in the fucking fight scenes, the hand-to-hand combat in this was, oh my, yes. Like, I miss, man. It's okay, it's fun to see superheroes kick ass at each other, but getting to see a group of people that don't have a lick of power to them whoop ass was just the icing on the cake for me. That was dope. That was very dope, and I loved every single bit about it. I'm gonna get off of here now. before this video gets too long. For you guys who go check it out, leave some comments. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this one. Like and subscribe. Support the motherfucking corp. Thanks for always tuning in. And yeah, so be it. Toodaloo.